And that gets us to episode 7. Well, Separate very quickly dies at the very beginning of the episode.
You remember Namek
And
Saga?
I'm not kidding. When I was watching, I looked at the time, and it was like 6 minutes into the episode that he gets bisected.
Yeah.
So minus opening, 5 minutes.
Which is impressive. He's speedrunning life at any percent.
Yeah.
And
Now, this death is kind of disappointing. Because I was hoping, like, he would have his moment of defeating Lucas or something.
but no.
Like, I think it would be much more meaningful if he was able to defeat Lucas rather than be bisected by him within the first couple minutes of this fight.
There probably should have been an extra Dark Knight for Zeppeli to fight.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they made Jonathan fight both of them when they actually could have just simply had both people fighting. You know, they did it in Eyes of Heaven better.
They did it in Eyes of Heaven better. They did it in that borderline fan fiction better. In fairness, they did have multiple years of hindsight, but so did the anime, but they didn't do anything about it.
I'm pretty sure they wanted to stick close to the source material on that, though, so I can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
For a while, yeah. Later you go, less.
But Zeppeli being bisected doesn't mean he's dead.
Nope.
He gives up his final attack. And this is just ludicrous.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
This is just ludicrous.
He has to be using Hamon to keep his guts in, right?
It's gotta be. Like, how?
Because it's
What
a
other
pretty long
explanation?
crawl.
What other explanation could there be?
Oh god, this was ridiculous, this scene. Because
Jojo!
Mm-hmm.
Passing Hamon over
And really, I find this kind of lame because, so Jojo already has extreme potential, already has ultimate power, has more ultimate power now.
Yes. But the thing is, I don't...
And all we got was pretty much Kaioken, not even Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the thing is about it, it's like, the way they judge it, it kind of works like how it works in the game, where if you breathe up some Hamon, you have that Hamon. Like, it's not a case of you breathe that and you produce it, and when you don't breathe, it goes away. You keep Hamon in your body until you expel it. So, like,
Yep.
I think you've just been building some up over the years. Like, you got potential. I'll let you reach that potential a bit faster. It was more like a boost in, like, the Namek Saga that, like, Guru gave to Krillin and Gohan.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the best way to look at it.
Hey, it just feels so underwhelming for the great build up to this conclusion.
I like that his hair went white. I thought that was a cool touch. It's like, oh, he's out of Hamon, he's gotten old. But that confuses me because of the scene afterwards. That will we move on to now, or are we?
Yeah.
Well, after that, he does the fight with Lucas and just kicks Lucas's ass easily now.
Yeah, that's a complete stomp. Like, he pulls him up.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you. This is over now.
It makes this battle lame.
It does.
Yeah. If only Speedwagon got involved. Like,
Yeah.
really, if he still had his
If
hat.
it's Speedwagon and Zeppeli versus Lucas, I think that'd be more interesting. And Zeppeli actually saving Speedwagon or something like that to save the day.
I feel like Speedwagon would have deserved that win of, like, okay, that happened. Now Speedwagon, at this point in this version of events, he probably would still have his hat and, like, cut through the chain, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Just,
Like have something like that. That would have been cool.
yeah. But no.
But Sunjet Overdrive punching it to Lucas just doesn't feel as awesome.
Yeah, and then he like sends Hamon through the roof, and like kills him that way.
Pretty much. And then randomly Tom Petty's like, "Yo guys, we're several." Fuck.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. Before that, though, we
Okay,
get the best introduction ever. We
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
we get That's right. So they're walking towards Win Knight's lot, where Dio is situated in his castle, and then they come across this man who looks very menacing, actually, in this particular shot, and he's like, "Hello, Jonathan. My name is Dyer. I'm going."
That's not a good name for a good guy, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Beforehand, he meets this guy, and like Poco goes up to him. He's like, "Hey, is my family okay?" He's like, "Yeah, your family's fine. Your dad's really pissed off at you because you disappeared." And he's like, "Oh, okay, thank God, cool." And then just turns into a zombie, and then like Jonathan kills him,
Yeah.
and then Dyer comes up behind him.
Mr.
That's right.
Adams, actually.
Oh, he has a name.
Yeah. Okay. And yes,
He's
and
in
then
the game itself.
Dyer is there, and then he's like, "Hello, Jonathan. Thunder split attack."
Kick you slowly.
and we see we see an incomplete version of the of
'Cause he
Dyer's
has his
ultimate move.
arms straight
Yeah,
instead of cross.
and Jonathan being the and nobody has ever escaped this technique before, because nobody has ever thought to just simply headbutt instead of falling backwards.
Nobody actually decided to punch me in the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like Jonathan isn't willing to do that. He threatened to do it back at Ogre Street. It's like, "You twist that knife, I will kick you in the balls hard. Like, look at me. Do you want to get kicked in the balls?"
By me.
Jonathan's about ready to go, and then Dyer's like, wait, I'm actually human. Stop.
I'm not evil.
Yeah. Even though I attacked you. Like, what the fuck, mate? Why did you
I
attack
was only
him then?
testing to see if you were strong enough and blah, blah, blah. Like, why is Tom Petty there? How
He
is Tom
came
Petty?
How is he there?
How old is he?
How did these guys... Well, okay, to be fair, we know that Zeppeli sent them a letter. We sent him a letter, but how long ago that was, we don't know. How did they know that they were in Win Knight's lot exactly?
I get Dyer and Straits even, but why is Tom Penny there? How is he still alive? How old is he? Because like he doesn't look any different.
Keeping him alive, man.
But like, how old is he in Zeppeli's flashback? He looks no different.
Two words, mate. 2 words.
Lisa.
Yeah, but she's only 50.
And she looks like a frickin' bombshell. You don't think that that dude...
Well, yeah, but he looked
probably
old back then.
Yeah, exactly. He probably just kept himself alive the same way, and he probably preserved himself in the same way.
Here's the thing: if Lisa is 50, this guy might be over 120 years old or something.
I remember seeing in the manga someone kept themselves alive till the age of 189. Was it him?
It might be. They don't say his age, but
Considering that Araki actually confirmed that Joseph Joestar was still alive at the end of part 6.
That would make him... Oh, no. Hold on, because he was 69.
90-something, I think, but...
Yeah. Normal people live to that age as well.
By the way,
yes, but...
sad.
Huh?
This is what Tom Petty looks like in the movie.
Let's see this.
Wait, they had Tom Petty, but not Speedwagon?
Right.
Oh, Dio, Cilantro, Poco.
You know, oh my god. He looks like the god.
What the fuck? That is the very... That does look like Sagat. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
This guy gave himself the Lisa treatment early.
Well, hey, I'm happy for him. I'm kind of sad that that movie doesn't exist because it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been so fun to sit on.
No kidding. I'm so sad that I couldn't find it anywhere. But like, yeah, it was actually scrubbed.
And
But
I
nobody
have a
can.
whole picture of him as well with all the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
But
There is one or two too many characters now. At this point, there is like Straits does nothing.
oh, Sriracha does nothing.
Straits
but
does
I
nothing,
think
but
more here for
yeah,
context of future events.
he's integral to part 2. So it
But what if it was just Dyer? Dyer didn't have that dire situation, and he
Well-
was the one who.
That would have also been good, but I feel like they wanted to.
well, then we would get the
so-
scene. You know what that would be? Then we would get the scene of what's it? Let's see if I can do this here with a. Next, you'll say, "You fell for it, fool! Thundercross split attack!
And
You
then,
fell for it, fool! Thundercross! Nani?"
and then Joseph would indeed hit him in the balls.
Yeah.
But I think they wanted to show how fucking Dio was.
Yeah,
Really, we're just going to zoom by this episode because they do. They pretty much find out Dio has a place, and Poco's sister is randomly kidnapped by Dio.
Yeah, because we need a reason to advance
yes.
the plot for some reason.
and then there's another named character who I tried to remember the name of, and then I was like, it's not worth it. He's there for like 5 panels, and that is Snake Man.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, Doobie.
Doobie. Yeah, because we needed Doobie. Doobie was very important.
Doobie. Doobie.
Doobie really?
Oh gosh.
I mean, it was a cool scene, I guess, where Jonathan grabbed all the snakes at the same time and just like Hamon zapped them or whatever. And then 4 people were about to jump straights. They all said their names right before they're about to jump straights for no reason.
Yeah, and
Oh yeah.
they're
that was
never seen
hilarious.
again.
It's like I kill you all, and they're like, I'm this person. I'm this person.
And they die.
Doesn't
in the-
matter. Die.
Oh, wait, I got the names.
Oh yeah. Let's hear it.
Paige, Jones, Plant, and Borodom.
We're all dead.
Essentially.
And
And because like,
then-
and it's interesting too because these people had really fucked up faces too. Like, each of these people had like so many different pieces of them stuck together. So this was kind of a culmination of Dio's experimenting on people, as it were. Not that
this
it
was
mattered in the
Dio's-
end.
It was Dio's arts and crafts project. It was like a really bad
Yep.
macaroni picture.
Now, here's what I think happened.
Let's hear
They
it.
decided to raise up on starting off Tom Petty and Straits to just have another Dio and Jonathan fight.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's.
Because
I feel like they're like, oh, I have made all these characters. Actually, I'm not going to use them.
yeah, because you know we only want to see Jonathan versus Dio at that point, I
And
guess.
I
'cause,
think
like,
this is my problem with this part because we had another Jonathan versus Dio fight, and that's really all this part is. Constant Jonathan Dio fights.
but it does make it more personal, though.
I know, but
I think it's
after
better.
a while, you just kind of get.
But every time something new has been brought to the table.
And yes, something new has been brought to the table, but it gets draining.
A little bit, but I thought the part was short enough that it was okay. I thought
But
5
before-
rounds of it was ridiculous, though.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but before we get to Jonathan versus Dio, we get Dio versus Dio.
I actually liked this. As short as it was, I liked it.
I agree, actually.
Yeah, actually.
I thought it was pretty cool, and then it gave him, and when he landed his head in the rose, because for some reason Dio just has a bowl of roses.
To show that he's truly evil, he's and truly fabulous.
So, and then he spits, like, imagine how painful that must have been to pick up a thorny rose with your mouth and spit it with force at someone.
Yeah.
My question is, how did he sit talk him before dying with his head decapitated? Because you don't really have the ability to speak with just your head.
Come on, baby.
He's missing his thorax.
Yep.
It was Stan talking before Stan talking.
Oh shit.
He sent that message through the rose, and then everyone heard it out loud, because Dio had it on loudspeaker.
But, like, yeah, here is like a essentially not quite master tier, but like master's apprentice, like top apprentice tier person. And you think
level.
that, Zeppeli level dude is going to that thinks he can end this because he thinks that just Dio's just another vampire. But it's interesting because we actually see Dio actually grows with Jonathan during all of this. Yeah. And that's something you don't really expect from any other villain. You don't expect them to... You expect villains to, like, just be at the same power level and for the hero to, like, train up and meet them. But while Jonathan is training himself up, so is Dio, making their clashes different every single time.
Yeah,
and this is probably Dio at his strongest and Jonathan at his strongest.
Yes.
Especially to fight.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like...
And I may have been bitching, but this is a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a good fight.
This is a great fight. I like the little bonk Dio does on his head when he gets split in half and he like puts himself back together.
His head just goes, this is uneven. There we go. Ow.
Yeah.
I actually hit my headphones.
Oh god.
Oh god damn it.
Ow.
And then you got like, I feel like it would have been better if instead of those 4 random nameless people, you saved Jack the Ripper for here, and then you got Jonathan versus Dio, and you got Speedwagon and Straits versus, well, Speedwagon, Straits, and Tom Petty versus Jack the Ripper.
Yeah,
probably would have been a very quick fight.
Yeah,
it probably be a quick fight, but you could actually let that be Speedwagon's moment. His one time that he actually defeats somebody.
Because after all this time, he's finally helped. Well, in fairness, he was helpful when the boys got their arms frozen.
Yeah, he's like, I'll use my chest to warm you.
I got abs of steel, and they're like an ironing board. So then that happens. Well, that doesn't happen, but I wish it happened.
We wish it happens. But this is a good fight, and Jojo wins, and yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Wait,
that is the end of the... Nani? Oh, it's just a prologue, that's all. Oh, they're going on a nice boat trip.
So, fuck, I'm doing the hard things again. Stop it, Carter. I mean, Jay. Fuck.
Anyways.
Stop making those noises. Frick. That's
Speed
really annoying me. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So, anyways, we're now at the final episode and final 2 chapters.
Yeah. So we see Speedwagon actually being useful and smashing the stone mask. Very integral part.
Very cathartic.
Yeah. Signifying the end of Dio's reign.
Yeah. And I mean, this is his only reign.
Yeah.
Because he's dead now.
Yeah. He's dead.
Yeah.
So Jonathan...
One thing I love about about this department wedding is we see some random characters again that we probably soon see, like Tattoo and Camp Master, all randomly in the background of this.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
And of course we
Coco
see.
and his sister is
Guys, we
there.
forgot to mention an integral part of Speedwagon's growth.
We did.
Yes. We missed Speedwagon's greatest character development. His hat.
Oh yeah. He takes Zapelli's hat without asking, off his dead body.
So let me ask you this, Sen. How do you ask for a hat off his dead body?
Yo,
Mr. Zeppeli, I know you're dying right now, but there's one last request.
Can I have your hat?
Can I have
It's
your
so cool. Or like even here, Speedwagon, take this as a memento. No, next chapter he has it. You don't even see him take it. He just has it the next chapter.
I mean, the dude is just a reformed crook, so like he probably can't help himself to a degree yet. He's still trying. He's still trying. So he figures like, hey, that is a pretty sweet hat. Yoink.
Me.
Mine now.
Fuck.
I mean, there's no other way to explain it.
Nah, but it's symbolic because Zeppeli is still with them now, wherever they go.
So one of the more baffling parts of this thing is, Jonathan and Elena are like, let's go on a cruise now that we're married.
Yeah, they plan to leave to go to America
gonna go
straight
to
away right
America.
after the wedding.
Yeah.
But then Dio has his plan, I'll be in a box and hide on the ship.
Yo, I think there's something in here. No,
Probably
nothing.
Freaking Metal Gear Solid guards.
Why did he re? Well, obviously, like he didn't.
Maybe he was getting into an argument with Wu Tang.
Maybe that's maybe
Fu
maybe-
Tang wasn't even in the.
maybe it's just an actual like maybe it's just a tick that he developed. He just says it randomly. Like Jack's freaking Huz. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I don't mean to poke at that, but like maybe that's a similar thing.
It does hurt me, but it's okay.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, he could have done it at a better time when he was not trying to be quiet. I don't know.
Maybe he just can't help it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe
Maybe it's the way. Well, he can't walk. Never mind. So they get on the boat. The lovely family, the Joestars, Erina, Jonathan.
So this was directly when they were on their honeymoon, by the way. So like,
obviously, Speedwagon, the horrible friend he was late to the leaving, but they didn't leave yet, luckily.
yeah. But like,
Take that back. Speedwagon's the best waifu.
Speedwagon is best girl.
Yes, but that doesn't mean he's a
Definitely-
good friend.
Oh, God.
Oof.
Can't believe he'd be late to like
So
last
what?
time.
Are you calling him a fart?
Yes,
Oh God.
we're another
You
man's
heretic.
cause as well.
Council said.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Oh god.
You truly are the lowest scum in history. Oh no 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 no! Here's your
We are all
receipt.
weak.
Yeah,
We are
Oh, that
all
hurt.
fucking weak.
and that's why we're the
Hells
perfect
yeah.
people to do this. You know, how long have we been recording part 1?
2 hours and 34 minutes.
So we're almost done this, anyways.
I know we're almost
Indeed.
done this, but this is like half the
I'm
length of part
not
2,
too surprised that it took 2 hours.
which is half the length of part 3, which is
Well, actually, part 3 might go faster because
there's a lot of filler.
Yes, and some of the fights are just whole episodes, and we went through fights much faster than
Then plot
Dragon Ball
points,
stuff.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Part 4 is going to be a nightmare. But yeah, I get you.
You might have to separate that into like 20 videos.
You know, like, we'll have part 5 and 6 recorded by the time part 4 finishes releasing.
Context isn't even animated yet.
It
Oh.
will be by the time we're finished.
Wait, so before we move on, are we going to go through 6, 7, and I doubt 8 because it's not finished yet.
I
But
think we'll talk about that when we get to that point.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, who knows? By the time, maybe down the road, by this point, they might finish part 8. I know. Crazy thought, but
crazy, noisy, bizarre thought. Yeah.
yeah.
But right now, I don't think it's really the time to be thinking
Yeah.
about that. So, anyways, back to the final episode. They get married. They're on the cruise, and then Jonathan's like, "Something is wrong here. I sense Dio."
Well, in fairness, he sees the little Asian bloke in the manga. Like, he sees him and he's like, "Oh God, I know who that is." Yeah. So it's
The
not like
anime, I do. Yes, in the manga, he sees the Asian guy, and it's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
so in the anime, he's
In
like,
the anime,
"It smells like bitch in here."
I said Dio.
Oh gosh.
My dear.
And we get to the final battle between Dio and Jonathan.
This is
Round
more-
5.
This is more like the bonus round.
Hold on, wait. So Dio won round 1.
Yes.
Jonathan won round 2.
Yep.
Yes.
Jonathan won round 3 and 4.
Did he win round 3? What was round 3 again? That was
Yeah, that was the one where he impaled Dio.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
okay.
consider that an absolute win.
Nice.
I consider this an absolute win.
yeah.
And then yeah, for,
I see
oh,
what you did there, Mr. Engay.
in that case, I was gonna be like, oh, if they won 2, they did won 2, like the tiebreaker. But no, this is just mean. Dio's a sore loser.
Yeah, that's why I say it's the bonus round.
Yeah.
Jonathan's essentially won everything. He's having his happy ending, and then Dio kind of shows up again and is like, "Surprise, bitch! This is the fucking Bayonetta mid-credits battle."
Well, here's one thing I don't get, right? So the Chinese guy's turned to his, or he's already a zombie or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Jonathan's like, I'm going to use the last of my Hamon to take care of him. How was it ever explained that Hamon could change people's behavior?
Huh?
Because Jonathan sends his Hamon into his head, into that guy's head,
Mhm.
and then he stops attacking Jonathan and goes to hold the cork, the cog.
No, he was already dead. He saw. Yeah, he hit his head so hard his head exploded, and he used his Harmon energy on the body to stop the set.
That is actually confirmed that it can do that.
Oh, okay.
And
I mean, that's fair
besides,
enough then.
don't you forget the later battle, which is the epic Caesar's lady versus Joseph's pigeon battle.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
where
In the
I
morning.
am in part 2 right now.
Ooh, I actually can't wait.
Oh man.
But yes, Harmon can do that.
Yeah.
So Hamon does that.
And Harmon, in part 2, Harmon does a lot of things about it.
Oh yes.
And this is the midway point between 1 and 2.
Indeed.
And
Well, after doing all that, Jonathan is dying, and Aurelia's like, "I'll die by your side."
it's like, bitch,
And Jonathan's like, "No, take that child."
There's two things about. At this point, she's already pregnant.
Which means
there's
that they had to have had sex before marriage,
Marriage.
by the way. So interesting point of Jonathan quite possibly breaking his gentleman's oath.
I don't think it was Jonathan's fault.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm thinking it happened when he was unconscious after the first fight with Dio. 'Cause
Not how that works at all.
I don't know. Well, it wasn't that big of a time skip. It was like a week and a half.
No. By the end of that, I think it was a month later. So
Oh, okay. Then yeah, never mind. That is
your logic seemed to be visible.
yeah, I was thinking it was a week and a half in between.
No.
And then there's also just a random baby lying on the floor.
Oh, well,
like,
no,
let's-
it wasn't a random baby. There was a lady with a kid.
and the lady died.
And they saw this random kid and it's like, yeah, that didn't die either.
Yeah. But that makes me think of how Joseph was born. That concerns me.
Wait,
Because
what?
What?
Because George 2 was born through Aranet.
Yes.
Yep.
And the baby there was Lisa.
Yeah.
So those two were raised together, no?
Not
Yeah,
entirely.
Never explicitly said.
Actually, it that's where you're slightly wrong, because if you recall, Elizabeth was actually taken in by Straits, where he trained
Yes,
her.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So they did met later in life and then got
Yes.
married.
Oh, okay, then that's not really as concerning. Cool.
yeah, so they did know each other, like they were childhood friends, as it were, but Elizabeth at a very young age was taken in by Straits to be raised in the ways of Hamon, and then they met later. So yeah, that's still not weird.
Yeah. So Jonathan dies hugging a severed head.
Yep. Well, it was kind of like that symbolic moment of them kind of being part of each other's lives for so long. But
Yeah.
I hate to spoil something, but this is technically Dio's victory.
Yep.
Still 3-2 to Jonathan, though.
Dio's last words in this, it's like his last-ditch attempt to try and sway Jonathan and to his side. And he's
But
like,
Jonathan was already dead.
yeah, and he's like, Jojo, think about it. Don't you want to taste an immortality? We could be together forever. Oh, he's already dead.
Well, if he wasn't dead? Like, what was Jonathan supposed to say to that? It's like, oh, okay, I'll take it off my head.
Anyway,
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, like, what was Dio thinking here? He was like, you can...
Desperation.
Yes,
Desperate.
desperation. Exactly.
He was not thinking. When you're desperate, you are doing things on instinct. When you have a moment of desperation, are you really thinking of logical solutions?
Well, I think, like Speedwagon, I would withdraw coolly.
Not when you're desperate, man.
Just don't be desperate. It's that easy. What do you mean you have asthma? Just breathe. And he somehow manages to do things. But yeah, Jonathan and Dio.
And this
Have
is really well
moment.
thought out. Like, we do get a scene of... I'm hearing an echo of me.
No, that's because I was too close to my mic.
Oh, okay. We do... Oh, fuck. We do get a scene of Elena on a coffin thingy escaping, and then we get kind of a preview of the next season character, like the Pill Man.
Oh, yeah, in the anime, yeah.
Yeah,
In the manga,
I know we didn't have it in the manga.
it just jumps straight to part 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it ends where it's like the public will never know the story of Jonathan Joestar and Dio Brando.
Oh! Speaking of, I think now is the time. I said I would save this, but I think it's appropriate now. So you remember so do you remember good old Tommy, the dude that made the
Yes.
Jojo opening? I wonder if I can find it. This is very difficult to find.
Mr. Baldhead. He's got a magnificently bald head.
Magnificently bald head.
Oh, I think I found it.
It's like the kind of one you want to slap. Like you kid.
Okay. All right. So I'll say this now. So like I'll throw some trivia in here. So Tommy was one of the people who worked on a anthology album of JoJo songs.
Okay.
So three people made an album each, essentially, with them singing some JoJo related songs, like a lot of character songs, particularly with the Stardust Crusaders themes and stuff. But like they sang a bunch of JoJo songs, and Tommy here had this magnificent piece, and I'm going to post it in the link below, or in chat here, because you guys need to hear this, because this absolutely is probably one of my favorite things that this dude has done.
I'm listening to it now.
Yeah, I'm also listening to it now.
By the way, that rest of that album was Tommy, Koda, and Jin
Hashimoto. Yes.
Hashimoto, yes.
Collectively known as the Joestars, interestingly enough.
And what,
I see what they did there.
Yeah. What's the bigger one called? The one that also includes the Do and like the rest of the people from the openings.
Oh, what? You're talking about the Great Days Units version?
Yes. Because I know they have a different name.
Yeah.
It's still Joestar's something. It's like
It was
the Joestar
something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I thought I would share that with you, because this is Tommy retelling the story of Jonathan, essentially, and it's fucking emotional as fuck.
Too bad you will never hear it because, well, look it up yourself. I'll leave a link to it, but it is.
Yeah.
I know the anthology album is some of the most copyrighted stuff.
Absolutely, it's.
We're not going to copyright ourselves.
No,
Nah.
but like,
Even with a sponsor.
I definitely, I'm glad that I managed to find it for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, the album's on Spotify as well. If you.
That's true. I
want
don't
to
actually
listen to that.
have a Spotify or any other music
That's
streaming.
I made a Spotify to listen to podcasts so I could get better at podcasts myself.
Fair enough.
And then I was like, there's anime music.
Hells
and
yeah.
rap. Whoa. So, this is actually a great tone setter for an outro kind of thing. So, does anyone
Well,
want to do
before that, I kind of want to briefly talk about the movie that never was, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
The things that were changed.
Okay, let's bring it on.
Alright, Dio's inner monologues were not depicted in the movie.
He just stared, I assume.
The boxing match, rugby game, and Jonathan's first encounter with Elena were omitted.
I can understand the rugby match. I can kind of understand the arena thing. Why would you get rid of the boxing match, though?
The two extra scenes were added. One where Dio steps on Jonathan's necklace from Arena, and another where Jonathan hurts himself on a needle that Dio places on his bed.
What if it turned out that Dio didn't actually do most of this stuff and it was George trying to toughen up Jonathan?
Oh, God.
I wouldn't put it past the dude.
The concept of Harmon is not explained clearly. It's just treated as fighting energy to power up his punches.
Ugh.
In fairness, Hamon has a lot of names. You got Hamon, you got Sendo, you got the Ripple, you got nothing else. It's just those three, actually.
Yes, Speedwagon is omitted.
Like, how could you do that? How could you imagine this, okay? Imagine let's say what's a well-known waifu? Imagine going through the Fate series and they omitted Saber, Rin, and Sakura.
Oh, God. What's left?
Exactly. Imagine that.
Hell, I know you hate Win, but getting rid of Win is not a solution.
Exactly. Even I know that.
Speedwagon kind of played the same role Bulma did in original Dragon Ball.
And
No way.
that's true. And that
Actually,
didn't mean Bulma was the opponent. Bulma had to be there for some event to happen.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
imagine taking away Bulma.
Jonathan's fight with Jackson Ripple is omitted.
I mean,
Oh no.
that's not.
Dio uses his vampiric power to transform his hideout in Midnight's Lot into a giant castle.
Actually,
That just
though,
sounds cool.
legit, I just looked at the movie version of Midnight's Lot. That looks fucking badass, dude.
I kind of really want to see this edited version because even though they did make some weird changes, they made some cool ones too.
Oh yeah, I'm just going through the changes as listed by Jojo Wiki.
Yeah, like actually, let me post that link to Midnight's Lot and look at the movie version.
Okay.
Look, that's the manga version, but like yeah, like
It looks
go into the
sick. I
film
looked at-
tab. Yeah, and tell me that does not look fucking badass. Like, it kind of looks more like a Castlevania dungeon to me.
Yo, that's actually sick.
Right?
Yo.
Dio does not meet the protagonist in the graveyard. The Dark Knights, Bruford and Tarukas are already waiting for them and are taken out quickly by Jonathan's Ripple Overdrive.
Wait, what? They gloss over that?
Yep, and this is part of that. The scene where Bruford gives his sword to Jonathan and names it Luck and Fuck is omitted.
Blasphemy!
Alright, so that's a yikes.
Tom Petty appears by himself. The characters Poco, Daya, and Sawatu are not featured.
So part 2 doesn't happen.
Well, in fairness, there was no part 2 to the movie.
Tom Petty's flashback with Seppuku takes place on a cliff opposed to a tightrope over a Tibetan temple.
I bet that was just like an artistic choice. It's not even
Probably.
that big a deal.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Reading Seppuku's future also causes shockwaves that blow away the surrounding clouds.
That just sounds cool.
Yeah, but a little nonsense. Oh no, not really nonsensical. Clouds
he's
are kind
reading
of made
it
up of
quietly.
water, so yeah, that makes
Yeah.
The
sense.
scene where Seppuku, Jonathan, and Dio crash under the moon takes place after Jonathan defeats the Dark Knights in Proxia Dio's castle. The dialogue between Dio and Seppuku includes the famous bread line is omitted.
Ah, that's we didn't actually talk about that. The line being, "Dio, just how many people have you killed already?" And Dio just says,
many breads have you eaten in your life?
"Yeah, that."
It was a great line.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrick Knight did it greatly.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird though.
Well,
Did they say it different in the dub, or did they actually say how many breads?
It was like, how many
Yeah.
slices of bread have you eaten, I believe.
yeah, something like that.
Okay. 'Cause
So,
how many
of course,
breads?
they made it more speakable in English.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dio counters Sephiroth's whip roll with his freezing technique. Jonathan intervenes in a scene similar to the manga. Sephiroth is killed in this encounter, however, in a
What?
manner not unlike Dio's death. The
What the-
specifics behind the freezing technique and why it counters whipples are not explained.
Well, I mean, they barely explained in the
That's
first place.
Quite a
makes it skip
huge change.
It speeds
Well-
it up. It speeds up the
Well,
end.
they skipped the Dark Knight, so they had to have Dio kill Sephiroth.
I mean, I guess so.
Sephiroth's hair does not turn white when he passes his life energy to Jonathan.
And that was the thing I specifically pointed out liking.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan does not light his gloves on fire to counter Dio's freezing technique. He instead overcome it by powering up during the class.
Yes.
By Super Saiyaning himself.
I mean, it's more anime than what the actual anime did.
Well, what the actual anime did shows Jonathan being clever and actually using his brain in a fight.
But
Mhm.
that's not as hype.
Something
as
that was
screaming.
few and far between in part 1 when it came to Jonathan.
Well, in fairness, Jonathan had like 6 fights and 5 of them are with Dio.
This is a very random change. The ship Jonathan and Elena board sails for the Pacific Ocean instead of the Atlantic Ocean.
I think that was just a mistake.
Yeah, this is an L, as Elena is still rescued by Karen Ironers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The baby Elizabeth is omitted from the movie.
So part
In the
2 doesn't happen.
Hey, in the movie, she enters the coffin without Jonathan saying anything. No, not being persuaded or anything. She just
Fuck
goes,
this shit, I'm out.
"Yep,"
Like a normal
and
human
that
would.
is the changes listed on the wiki.
That
Holy
actually
fuck.
cripples Aaron as character.
Yep.
It cripples Aaron's character. It gets rid of the cool sword. It does cut out a lot of filler too. You know, like Jack the
There
Ripper.
wasn't really that much filler, if you ask me.
Well,
Everything
it
was
always
kind of
seems like
necessary in its own weird way.
Like
was Jack the
it
Ripper
was not
necessary?
it was not paced properly, and the stuff they padded out was weird. But
The manga
padding
paced
is
it
not
so much
filler.
better.
So, well,
Overall,
oh, not hot. Oh, yeah. So, guys, what would you say is better, the manga or the anime?
personally, for part 1, I would say the manga. The manga has made me enjoy Jonathan's character a lot more. It's shown him, because like in the anime, he's very stoic. He's very like one note. But at least in the early part of Jonathan's life, you see how these things are affecting him, what Dio's doing to him. You see him get excited over the little things, and you can see him physically persevere rather than him constantly being like, "This is okay, just try and ignore it." It's like, "Oh god damn it, but whatever, I can do this." And I'm like, I can respect that more. And I feel like overall it was paced a bit better by lengthening the start and then cutting down the middle part. Although I do feel Zeppeli's entire point was a bit rushed too much, because one chapter you're just introduced to him, and like the very next volume he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sad?
So, for myself, I would also say that the manga is better in that regard, because in the anime glosses over a lot of things while still weirdly padding itself out in the wrong places. So it doesn't, while it's great to see Jonathan fight and see these fights animated, like good gravy, those fights were done so well. But at the same time, there's a lot that could have been omitted and a lot that they could have put back in its place. So I really think that the anime was done a bit dirty there. So I'm definitely going to say that that the manga was better in that regard.
And of course, I'm going to say that the anime was best, kidding. It was a manga.
To be honest, he actually got me. I thought he was serious.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
You have it at the first part. I'm not going to.
They had us in the first half, yeah.
Oh my god, he referenced my memes. So
I don't even know that as a meme. I just know that as a clip I see sometimes on reviews and stuff.
Yeah, that's a meme.
nice.
I don't know what memes are.
You know
okay?
what? You know
They were
memes
really-
without knowing that they're memes. It's kind of hilarious.
Oh God.
What is it? Dramatic irony? Is that what it's called?
But
When
Paul
you don't
once, but Paul once paved a path for part 2 to bring out greatness.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
This is the author's attempt of his own story, and he had a lot of influence from Fist of the North Star, obviously. But towards the end, he started getting inspired, and next part, he'll get his idea. I hope you
yeah.
guys enjoyed this video.
At this point, videos, but yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so much, guys. This was awesome, despite the fact that I'm slightly that I've
Dead.
I've obviously drank too much Crystal Pepsi, guys. I've got to tone down on that for next time.
You need me to drive you home?
I'm pretty sure I could be a car at this point with the amount of battery acid I drink.
Maybe that's it. That's how we get home, boys.
Thank you all, and we'll see you next time with.
First of all, we're showing Jag memes. That's what we're doing. It's already recorded. It's actually pretty fun. But I want to take a quick second to say sorry for the lack of edits. My God, podcasts aren't supposed to be edited that way. It hurts. It hurts my heart, my heart, and my goddamn soul. So that's just how I'm gonna do it from now on. Yeah, I can't. Like, I'll try and have more visual stuff later. But I can't. I cannot. I'm unable to can. Anyways, bye bye.